Well, hello everybody. How are you? I hope my video is a lot better quality this time. I'm using a different camera. It's a Canon Vixia HFR 800. I can plug an external microphone into it, which I have right over here. We'll show you that. That's what I have hooked up at the moment. We are going wireless with it. So, if you all remember the Squire Stratocaster that I've been working on for over a month or so now. Been very busy with work, and things just get in the way, and trying to take care of my dad's lawn, and well, I'm not going to be doing that anymore. Wow, that's a haul. And then trying to take care of my own stuff here at home. Not enough days in the week, not enough weeks in the year, and not enough months, so on and so on. So I have those 2 days left to do the stuff here at home that I need, and to relax a little bit in the evening. So in the evenings, we do our projects that we need to, or keep us calm and just easy and less stress, basically. So, gonna probably do this in a few videos. Tonight, we're gonna be working on the electronics for the pick guard, as you see right here. Have it all detached from the body. Had to send the body and neck out because there was an issue with a couple of the frets. Had to take it over to a tech so he could glue the two frets back in, get them crowned nice and level, and so there's no issues with strings hanging up on the ends, and it'll just be better all around. And after we get the pick guard all wired up to the Fender Strat specs with the new electronics for with the Seymour Duncan Dave Murray pickups, then we'll install it back onto the guitar and get everything else all the way it should be. Still have to figure out what I want to do with that nut that chipped off. Don't know if I'm gonna glue that piece of rosewood back on, or if I'm just gonna flatten it out. Still got to see. That's for the very end. So without further ado, let's get started. We'll aim you down here so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Now, see if we can zoom in a little bit. There we go. Might be a little too much. Okay, so we have our pick guard, and we're going to need a Phillips screwdriver, which we have right here, and a 7/16 socket wrench, which we have right here. Got to take out the pickups and the volume and tone pots and the 5-way switch. So we're going to do that right now. Now, I was planning on taking all this off and wiring it back up onto a different pick guard. And the last time that I tried to actually cut a piece of plastic it really didn't work out to my advantage. It I had gotten a roto zip, and every time I tried to follow along the edge, you know, really nice and careful, it just started melting the plastic, and it's like, don't need that happening. So, gotta figure out a different way that I want to, you know, cut that. If I have to use a coping saw, or I can't just order one, because the fender parts are not necessarily the same as their Asian sister company. So, in fact, the Squires, which is this one, this pickguard is just a little bit bigger, and right down here, towards the bottom corner where it's rounded, is on this one it's longer than on the fenders. The fenders come up just a little bit up here, and it is just so difficult to find those parts. It's almost nearly impossible. You almost have to have the old Squire pickguard and then trace it out onto a use it as a template, and then try cutting it out on your own. So probably what I'm going to wind up doing is try to do that. Trace around onto a different piece of plastic, and then use a coping saw instead of something power, like a power tool, because it'll just melt the plastic away. And this is just cheap, you know, it's really nothing to it. But for our purposes right now, we can use this as a template to wire up all the electronics. So that we can do. Okay. Okay, look at that. That's just really cheesy. It's not even on there securely. So, well, I mean, considering how old this guitar is, I mean, it's not super old, but it's got some years on it. Got to keep these little springs. Those are like adjusters for the pickups. And from what I found out, on the fenders, on the real American fenders, they have spacers instead of these springs. There's a little spring that goes right in between the side of the pickup underneath the pick guard, and it adjusts the pickup height. But then on the other side, it's a little different one, if you can see that. And not really sure why they would have done that, but they must have did it for some reason. So we're gonna go along with it. Okay, so here's our pick guard, all stripped from its electronics. Get our last spring out of there. Okay. And as a rule of thumb, you always want to keep the old pieces. And with this camera, I should probably mention right now, I am going to try to go live with it on YouTube. So I just have to figure out how to do that. I've been searching around and, trying to figure, watch some videos of how is this done, and so I've just kind of been following along. There's some free software that I can download onto my computer. So one of them I think is OBS. Something broadcasting software. I'm not really sure what it means, but pretty happy with this camera so far. And the microphone that I've got here, it's made by Behringer. It was actually a freebie from a place that I used to work at. They asked me to clean out one of their offices, and it was just sitting around, and I happened to ask one of the managers there. I said, hey, I found this. What would you like to do with it? So he just said, well, they haven't asked me for it, so if you want it, it's yours. So I'm like, okay, thanks. Wow, that was a find. Good deal on that. And let's see. Oh yeah. Screws for that. At last open mic that I was at, it was a friend of mine was performing with one of his friends, Finding Free. They were at Leona's Bar in Elk Grove. That was a pretty cool place. Me and Terry had gotten there quite early. We wanted to get some decent parking and, get something to eat. Check the place out, and food's pretty good, So we'll probably wind up going there again. But at the end of this, the first half of the show, we decided to leave because I just had a terrible headache going on, and so one of my friends that was doing the show, he told me that he enjoys these videos that I do working on my guitar and everything. So I'm gonna go with it. I just have to find the time, and late at night. I mean, it's after 1:30 in the morning right now. This is pretty much the only time that I have to do this stuff. So we have our pickups and the electronics taken out. We just need to put it somewhere. Okay. We'll put it right there. Now, all this other crap here. These washers and nuts we're gonna put right back on the tone pots in case in case somebody ever asks me, hey, can you do this for me, and I just offer to do it, put some cheapo electronics in for somebody. They say, oh, I'll pay you for it, or whatever you want, and so put the old stuff back on. But these springs, I'm gonna put those off to the side because I don't know if the new pickups came with springs or not. Here's our box of parts for the new stuff. Ooh, yeah. All right. We've got new screws. Not gonna use the silver. We're gonna go with black, I think. Let's see. Where is the black? Where are the black screws? I know I saw them somewhere. Let's see. Oh yes, here we go. It was in another box. Here we go. Another bag. Okay. So, I'm gonna go with these, with the black ones here. I think it would kind of offset the white pick guard. I might just clean this thing up a little bit. I know it's scratched up, but maybe I could take a little here. Yeah. It's a very light grit sandpaper. I think somebody actually tried modifying this pick guard at one time. I don't know if you can see this or not. Let's see if you can see the holes if you, there looks like somebody tried to countersink them. So at one time, they were just flat, but now, if you see the rough edges on the inside, it looks like somebody tried to countersink, themselves with like a drill bit or something. So, yeah, it looks, aside from the little scratches that I just put in it does look a little better. So, how is everybody doing? Oh, my greeting. I forgot my greeting. Hello, friends, family, and rockers. Family, friends, and rockers. There we go. There we go. So, yeah. Yeah, try to clean up this pick guard as much as I can. Yeah. There we go. There we go. We'll just smooth out the inside of the taper, the countersink, and then be done with it. All right, almost done. All right, one more. Here we go. All right. So let's see, how's that gonna look? Let's grab the body and find out. So here's our body, right there. This is what I had. This is what I did before. Put copper tape all inside to shield everything, and I did the back side. Cleaned up the neck, and 2 frets here were fixed. It was the 3rd fret and I believe the 1st. And right up here is where I have to figure out what I want to do with. It's not a big deal, but it's one of those things where, do I, don't I? It really doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt it. So let's see how. basically this guitar is going to be white and black. So I have another pick guard, but it is a if you were to look it up on the internet, it would be called an HSH, meaning humbucker, single coil humbucker. And this configuration is single coil, single coil, single coil. Reason being is it's just one single pickup. The humbuckers are like double that, and they go across. So it would be like a wider space, like twice this size, and then a single coil, and then another one twice this size. And it would fit, but I'm going with the single coils here. Okay. Wow. I am really liking this camera. Only thing is, and I'll tell you, I got it as a bundle, okay? And, which, it came with a bunch of stuff. It came with a telephoto lens. It came with the cables, it came with a little mini tripod that you can set up on a tabletop or a desk. It even came with a little bag. This is actually the bundle that it came with. It came with an extra battery, 2 batteries, the regular battery right here. It came with a spare battery. Both are rechargeable. Came with all its cables. Came with a telephoto lens. And I tried to hook up the telephoto lens, and it just screws on. And trying to put it on there, and it just wouldn't screw in. So I took it off. Took off the little cover here, and I'm looking at it, and it just looks too small. And tried screwing it on, and it is too small. This diameter of this is actually smaller than what the camera allows. So I called Amazon back today to tell them, they must have sent me the wrong telephoto lens. So the man on the other end says, okay, well, let's see what we can do for you. And trying to find the correct lens, he couldn't find it. And I said, well, maybe just a converter, ring, that'll make it fit. And he says, well, I can't find anything like that, but I have an option for you. And he says, what I can do is I can refund all your money, and you keep everything that you received. The camera, the whole bundle package, just keep it. It's yours. Don't worry about sending it back. He gives me the refund for the whole bundle package, and he says it'll go on a gift card, Amazon gift card, right on your account. Just, when it shows back up in your account, reorder the bundle pack. It'll be shipped all together, and just keep everything that you have right now. Don't have to worry about, sending it back. So I'm like, win. Win. So I basically have 2 camcorders, bundle packs for, it's like a buy one, get one free kind of thing. That is what I call guest service. It was their fault that they sent the wrong item. It doesn't fit, so you know, they try to help you out, and it's like, wow, nice. Also came with cleaning cloths. It came with um, the memory card. It came with the memory card reader. So take a look at that. Wow. It's a Canon camera, and the parts, you know, the accessories are made by Vivitar. So I don't know if Vivitar is actually like a sister company to them, but you know, the macro lens that I have connected right now that you're seeing through, that's actually the wide angle lens, so you can see, you know, wider instead of just, you know. And here's the little tabletop tripod that came with it. It's just a little dinky thing, you know. So, but when the new one comes in, I'm gonna make sure that everything fits and whatnot. The camera bag fits everything. It's big enough to just fit everything that comes with it, plus 2 extra lenses. Not bad, not bad at all. I have a bigger camera bag that I've had for quite a few years, and it has served my purposes time and time again. Yeah, I had a Panasonic camcorder, and it it said on there that it could be used as a webcam, but I never figured out how to do it. It was just old technology, you know, that just didn't serve the purpose anymore, so had to get rid of that. So I picked up a Nikon camera to, you know, and then I, you know, picked up the camcorder here. So, going in our little bag of parts again, we have this right here. See. Wow, we're over a half hour. That's nice. See, my other camera that I've been recording the videos with would always stop at like 30 minutes into the video. This one right here is actually past 30 minutes. It's actually a little over 33 minutes from now. So that I like. So here is the jack plate, you know, for the, you know, that's going to go on the body. And as I think I'm